All right. So, apparently Lizzo's troubles are getting worse. A second lawsuit has been filed against her, and this one is alleging racial and sexual harassment while on tour, which Lizzo says is absurd. So let's get right into the article. Lizzo has been named in yet another lawsuit alleging the Grammy winner oversaw a hostile, sexually and racially charged work environment. The suit was brought by Aisha Daniels, a wardrobe designer who worked on Lizzo's 2023 tour. The suit, filed Thursday in Los Angeles Superior Court, was brought the same day that Lizzo is set to receive the Quincy Jones Humanitarian Award from the Black Music Action Coalition. It names Melissa Jefferson, professionally known as Lizzo, her production company Big Girl Big Touring Incorporated, BGBT, her wardrobe manager Amanda Nomura, and her tour manager Carolina Gugliotta. In the suit, Daniels alleges racial and sexual harassment, disability discrimination, illegal retaliatory termination, and assault, among others. Lizzo's spokesman, Stefan Friedman, released the following statement to Deadline in response to the latest lawsuit. As Lizzo receives a humanitarian award tonight from the Black Music Action Coalition for the incredible charitable work she has done to lift up all people, an ambulance-chasing lawyer tries to sully this honor by recruiting someone to file a bogus, absurd publicity stunt lawsuit who, wait for it, never actually met or even spoke with Lizzo. We will pay this as much attention as it deserves. None. It follows a similar lawsuit filed in August by 3 of Lizzo's former touring dancers. In that suit, Ariana Davis, Crystal Williams, and Noel Rodriguez alleged that they were body shamed, put through a self-described excruciating audition for their own jobs after they were accused of drinking on the clock and held to prohibitive soft hold retainers. In the current lawsuit, there was a group chat of over 30-plus people from the BGBT team, which included Lizzo tour management and plaintiff, the complaint states. In the group's message, a backstage manager sent a photo graphically depicting male genitalia. When Lizzo's tour arrived in Amsterdam, Daniels claimed she saw Nomura and other supervisors discussing hiring sex workers for lewd acts, attending sex shows, and buying hard drugs. She claims she was pressured to join and alleges Lizzo and her management team were aware of the conduct. The complaint also states on several occasions Nomura made statements and or took physical actions to threaten plaintiff and the entire crew. She threatened plaintiff and others that she would kill a bitch and stab a bitch when she could not find her medication. She showed a crew member in retaliation for revealing she was threatening to quit. Nomura snatched food out of a local worker's hand for merely attempting to take an assigned break. She expressed that she would kill a bitch if it came down to it, if anyone threatened her job. Sounds like a real winner. Daniels also alleges she was denied breaks by Nomura and pressured to work on her designated days off. The complaint details one incident in which Daniels alleges Nomura rolled a heavy rack of clothing over her foot. When she told Nomura she was in severe pain and needed to sit down, she alleges Nomura shoved her into the rack of clothing while asserting plaintiff should not make excuses about her foot and must help Nomura transport the clothing. Okay, that still doesn't show how Lizzo knew any of this. When Daniels changed into orthopedic shoes because of her injury, Daniels alleges Nomura forced her to switch back into tennis shoes. How can you do that? Not only was plaintiff denied medical treatment on this case and others, but was also forced to be on her feet the majority of the day and denied any rest even after rolling her ankle, the complaint states. Daniels complained in February of widespread racial and sexual harassment in which black dancers were being mocked, objectified, and denied accommodations to tour manager Gugliotta, according to the complaint. The toxic work environment continued without change, and Daniels was ultimately fired, the complaint says. In the lawsuit, Daniels alleges she suffered constant anxiety and panic attacks during the tour from the racist and sexualized environments. She continued to suffer ongoing anxiety and PTSD after the tour, and she suffers from migraines and migraine-induced eye twitch and ocular distortions, brain fog, and fatigue. The suit seeks unspecified damages. Okay, so they said very little about the first suit and the second suit and went to the first suit. So either we don't have a lot on the second suit, or this journalist deems it as as um oh my god, I can't think, as legit as Lizzo's team does, because they went back over the second suit. Or was that the first? Or was that the second suit? Let me go back. Who brought up the suit? Okay. So what's the second suit? I'm confused. Anyway, so yeah, this is not looking good for Lizzo. But again, the excerpts they showed of the suit just mention what horrible people work for Lizzo. There was nothing that, except for one sentence that said Lizzo and her company were aware. How were they aware? Did somebody call her? Did somebody approach her and verbally tell her? Was she given something in writing? Was she on the phone? What? What was said? Was there a paper trail? Is there something in her phone logs? Nobody is telling us how Lizzo is. Now, granted, the buck should stop with Lizzo because it's her it's her operation. She's the one who hired all these people. But there is nothing that tells us how Lizzo was supposed to know all this. So, on the one hand, yes, the buck stops with her, and it's not a good look on her. But then again, if she literally knew nothing, how is she to be blamed, except for she should have known? So, yeah, nobody is saying anything about court dates or anything. So who knows how long this is going to take, or if this is going to be taken care of quietly. We know nothing at this point. Just that more and more people are coming out against Lizzo. So with that, and before I start rambling incoherently, I am going to end it there, and I will see you guys next video.